The difference between what can I sell and what value can I add is subtle, but it is key. That's a difference I was discussing with an entrepreneur that I help, as he is changing the focus of his company and launching a new service. And he picked a focus, and now he's really excited about this focus, and he wants to start selling his services. And I brought up the difference between what can I sell and what value can I add, because I wanted to remind him that to go fast, you have to go a little slow first, and realize that there's a lot of things you don't know yet about the value of your services when you start. This is true not only for beginner entrepreneurs and small and young and starting companies, but also for very advanced companies when they launch new services or they have to reinvent who they are as an organization. So this is not just, if you think this is kind of a beginner 101 level kind of thing, not necessarily. But let's carry on. This is a difference that I did not understand many years ago when I participated in co-founding a company that was doing okay, but we got exhausted because we couldn't really fit into the market that we were serving. And with hindsight, I realized that lesson, and we learned that lesson the hard way. We never spend enough time discovering what value we could add to our clients. Instead, we were trying to sell something, assuming that we know what was good, what was valuable to our clients. And so we were really in that company and business-centric narrative of, we got something to sell, here are our goals, and we're going to explain and convince and tell people why it's good, without doing the important work of discovering really our market and really learning what challenges people in our market were facing, if they even recognized the challenges, if they were willing to pay to fix it, and how much, and who would make the decision, and so on. If you think about it, what can I sell assumes that you already know what to sell. What value can I add gives space for a bit of uncertainty. It's a more humble approach also. It recognizes that you don't know it all, and that your market may shift. Although you're an expert and you've been doing the work that you do for many, many years, it recognizes a little bit of uncertainty. It also is a proof that you're curious, that you're open-minded, that you're willing to have a conversation with people. Now, another characteristic, and why this matters, is that I see so many people engaging in marketing activities and saying, well, I tried, for instance, doing podcasting, or I have this email list, or I do presentation, I go talk to my market, and I don't see a direct return on those investments. And they are too quick in saying that they can't really sell this way because it has no value to them. And however, I always invite them to look at how you build relationships, and especially in our professional services businesses, relationships are key, right? And I always invite them to recognize that you have to build, these relationships over time. And the first thing you can do is just share an idea. Maybe say you share an idea through like a video like this one, or maybe through an email. Your intention is to add value. You don't know if it's going to be valuable or how valuable it's going to be initially. You're going to start, sharing some thoughts. You have ideas, you have assumptions that these thoughts might be valuable. But what you're doing is that your content creation and your new ideas go out there in the world. And sometimes, hopefully, people respond. And you're going to have more and more people signing up for your email list or watching your videos. And what this does is that you are adding value. You're creating an exchange of value. And that's the power of value exchange in business, in marketing and sales. what this power creates is a connection, right? I am sending you a message, and you're taking some time. If you're listening to this, watching this video, listening to this recording, you're giving me your attention right now. That's the exchange of value. And maybe you're going to comment. Maybe you're going to add a comment below this video or wherever it's posted. And I am going to take this comment, and maybe it's going to be valuable to me. It's going to echo, it's going to validate, or it's going to tell me what you're interested in. That's why I always invite you to comment and react to my and respond to my videos. That's the first stage. And then maybe eventually we will get to actually talk together. I might invite you to connect with me or get on a call where I have another opportunity to add value to this relationship. Not sell something, but add value. In, first of all, offering a moment during which I'm going to listen to you, and maybe my questions and the fact that I listen to you is going to add value to you, to your life, your day. Maybe it's going to help you reframe and give you a new understanding of your situation. And then you're going to provide information that tells me about the market that I'm serving. Maybe you're going to tell me if this is a problem you recognize, if you're willing to do something about it. The next stage of value creation, of that power in marketing and business, is maybe then we know each other enough. You understand what I can provide, I understand what you need, and we now discuss an agreement leading to a sale. Now we can actually talk about selling. But it's only because we've learned about each other. I created the opportunity for you to trust me, and you've given me your attention and your trust also for me to understand what you need, so that I can start designing services that are meaningful and relevant to you. This power, I actually represented it in something that I call the intentional offering loop. And that's the diagram right here on this video. That's how it goes. Initially, we are thinking about launching or delivering, something that we have an idea about, and it's actually very tempting to connect with people, assuming that they will be interested in buying it. So that's the sell. That's the what can I sell mindset. But my recommendation, my point here in this video, is to start with conversations that help you really discover what your market wants. Only then, you can move into designing some service options. And maybe those services are, productized, maybe they're standardized, maybe they're custom services. But at least I can go into thinking about the solution I want to provide because I took the time to understand what you do. And this is really how you add value. This is how you create something that you are going to prioritize as a purchase, something that you're going to commit to buying because I took the time to identify what is it that you want to buy. The third step here in this loop is obviously to prototype. And I recommend that you start with what I call a shitty first draft. It is a concept that I borrow from a writer called Anne Lamott. And she's a very famous American writer who talks about her struggle to start writing a new book. And she starts with by bringing the bar very, very low with a draft that is really bad initially and that improves over time. Then the fourth step is now to launch and deliver something that has a high chance of success because you've taken the time to really identify first the value that you wanted to add and then design and create something based on that value creation. You didn't rush to sell, you actually lean into your curiosity, into the human relationship, and into the value that your work can create. So I hope this encourages you to be more intentional in the way you build your business, in the way you build your services. And I hope that this helps you look at sales and look at business creation as relationship building first. If you lean and if you go that route, which I hope you do, you're going to discover that selling your services is a lot easier, because you're not building the services in a vacuum. You're going to actually de-risk your business. You're going to lower the risk and increase the chances of success of your business, because you've invited your potential and ideal clients to co-create those services and your business. So they are already literally in the loop. They're in the intentional offering loop. And you're going to ask me now, well, that sounds great. It's a lot of benefits here. Why don't we see more people engage in a loop like this one? Why are we sold all the time, assuming that we are interested, we see the value in what people have to sell to us? My theory, my take on this is that we are afraid of hearing the bad news, that we have an idea, we want to build something that people don't want to buy. That's the bad news. We are full of ego. We think we know so much because we are called the expert, and we think that what we believe people need is also what they want. But there is a big difference between both. And that's another way to explain the difference between what can I sell versus what value can I add, right? What can I sell is based on certainty that I know what you need, so I'm going to sell it to you. Maybe that comes over time, later, when you have more experience, when you have discovered your market enough, when you have really honed and your understanding of the value that you can add. But initially, and actually I think all the time, you should really be in that mindset of value creation and the power of value exchange first. Value is not just monetary. When I invite you to my email list, for instance, or when you watched this video, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, I give you my time, you give me your time. I give you my thoughts, you listen to me. Hopefully you kept listening to this video. Congratulations, thank you so much. And then similarly, if I invite you to do an interview, or if I discover, if we want to connect together, if you come to one of my talks or one of my events, my free events, every month, there is value exchange as well. I'm going to see how you respond to my message. This is going to help me, and you're going to help me inform the design of my services, therefore providing higher chances of success for MetaHelm. Value is also bringing other connections, making a referral, providing feedback, as I said, giving ideas. Value is not just monetary. And yet, when we think, what can I sell? It sounds like it's just going to be about money. It sounds like it's just going to be about, I'm giving you the service or this product, and in exchange, you're giving me money, right? So again, and I'm going to close here, watch for those two narratives. Which one are you more into at the moment? Are you in the right one at the right time? Is this intentional? Are you aware of it? Please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and would be happy to provide more detail or answer your questions about the difference between what can I sell versus what value can I add.